Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this video is going to be a little different. This is going to be my first reading vlog where you get little updates while I read a book. I feel like this book has been literally everywhere. Everywhere you look, you see it, and it's very, very hyped right now. So I'm a little nervous going into it because, one, I feel like with hype books, you never know how it's going to hit for you personally. Like, obviously it's hype for a reason, and I don't think that's ever a bad thing. I don't think being hyped up so much is a bad thing, because that just means so many people loved it. So I'm excited, but I'm also nervous because the videos I've seen about this are like, it kind of tears people up, and I think it might be left on a cliffhanger. Don't quote me on that, but I do know that there's a second book coming out in, I believe, November, and that if I love this, I need to pre-order it ASAP so I can get the one with the little stenciled edges. But in this reading vlog, I will be reading Fourth Wing. It's kind of hard to see with the little foily. And then I do have the one with the stenciled edges. I did pick this up when I think I first heard about it, so probably like a month ago, when the hype was just starting to pick up around it. I went ahead and snagged a copy, so that's how I got the one with stenciled edges. I'm so nervous. I think I'm gonna love it, but it just makes me nervous being a series. I hate cliffhangers, and this could be a big one. And if it is, I've got months until the next book. But I will be reading this, and I'm going to update you guys throughout and let you know what I think. Hi, I'm already back with my first update. I'm outside because the house is currently under construction, and one, it's very loud, and two, it's very awkward to try to film a video clip with people who don't know that you film videos. So, I haven't even started this book, but I just wanted to bring a line that I just caught. So when you're reading the, what is it called? I don't know, the preview or whatever, the glimpse that they give you. So I knew minimal information about this going into it. I only knew there was dragons. But, so I finally read the little strip. And I didn't realize that this was like a war college. And it says, friends, enemies, lovers, everyone at Bagsgath War College has an agenda, because once you enter, there are only two ways out: graduate or die. So I just know that this book is going to make me sob. So, keep you updated, starting it now. Okay, so I'm on chapter 2. I have some thoughts already. I understand that grief can really like mess up people, and I'm hoping that's why Violet's mom is terrible. But yeah, so don't like her mom. I don't understand why she's hating on the whole scribe thing, especially since her husband was one. Okay, so a quick update before I go off to yoga. I am on chapter 4. I see how this can be an addicting read because I already don't want to go to yoga. I want to sit and read. But so far, what has happened is it's giving like kind of Hunger Game vibes, and like maybe Divergent mixed, but with dragons. I don't know. But so this is War College. They just had like their first test to get initiated in, and it's basically walking across this platform where I don't know how to describe it, where it sounds like it's accurate to the book, but basically you walk across this really long tall, scary platform, whatever. And once you make it to the other side, you're officially like a cadet, and I guess in the school technically. And so Violet makes it across. Obviously, she's the main character, we all know. But I think it said 67 people died. And that's not a spoiler, because people are gonna die in this, alright? But woo, already with the emotions. There's a speaker who talks to them and kind of tells them to get with their groups or whatever. And his advice for them was don't die. Great advice. But I'm at the part now where they're assigned to specific groups, and then they basically have to train with that group. And I don't know what happens after that, but that's where I'm at. So now off to yoga, and I will update you once I start reading again. Okay, so I'm on chapter 10, which is page 115. I don't know if I'm supposed to like Dane or not, but I don't. I feel like every time Violet like proves that she is capable of handling herself or like does something good, he immediately is like, but you need to leave. And or just like shoots her down, like her confidence down, like, sir, step back. And I do see some chemistry swirling around here with some others, so I know who I ship. We'll just see if it turns out. You see like the little chemistry, like the little kind of like enemies to lovers type. And I'm enjoying all of it, all the crumbs. Oh my god. The dragons talk. The dragons like have their own personalities. This is amazing. This is so good. Oh my god. I'm on page 166, and I just found out that the dragons have their own personalities. And they can like talk to the writers in their heads. I went into this book with literally zero information on it, and I know there's already like a ton of stuff out about it, but I've literally been trying to avoid all of it. This is so good. So good. Yeah, the attack room scene during chapter 18. So good. I'm addicted. I just got to chapter 19, so I'm on page 223. 1. Dane. I don't like him. He gives goody two-shoes energy with the rules, but there's like something odd about it. Like, I don't know what it is. I just have a weird feeling with him. At the end of chapter 20, we'll have to start 21. I'm already crying a little. It was just something small, but oh my god. I ship Violet, and I think you say his name is Xaden, or it's Xaden. I'm gonna say Xaden, but oh my god, I never thought I'd be crying over dragons. Don't get me wrong, I've read like fantasy books before and everything. And you definitely cry over characters, but like, I'm crying specifically for something that happened to this dragon because her writer is dumb. So yeah, that's how reading's going. This book is addicting, and unless something else traumatic happens, which I'm sure it will, I'll update you then. dragon book. I thought it can get sad. No, that's not true. I knew it could. Oh my god. I'm not gonna spoil anything for anyone, but for anyone who's read this already, I'm on page 470, and if you've read it, you know what happens. I'm not okay. Not okay. Also, I hate Dane. That's all. That's all you need to know. So I've officially finished Fourth Wing. If I sound stuffy, it's because I literally spent like 20 minutes bawling my eyes out. Not at the end. The end is shocking. I already went ahead and pre-ordered the next book. I don't know how I'm about to go until November without answers. And I have a couple theories, which I'm not going to share because I feel like that's spoilery. Maybe next time I do one of these, I'll do a spoiler one. Just because it's so hard to read a book like this, I feel like. And as you're like videoing it, to not just say how you're feeling, being like, oh my god, I can't believe he did this, or blah blah blah. I loved everything about this book, which is very unexpected. I think it's been a minute since I've truly loved a fantasy book this much. Probably since I read maybe the Cruel Prince series, or maybe ACOTAR, but I didn't like all the books in ACOTAR. It's also been forever since I've just gotten that feeling, you know. And this did it. I am so excited. So I will go ahead and tell you that I'm rating this 5 stars, without a doubt. I completely understand the hype. I loved Violet. I really enjoyed that as a character she had growth. And you really saw her grow into herself, her powers, her dragon, her new responsibilities, and own it. Because I feel like in the beginning she joins and her like motto or whatever is just not to die that day. I'm not going to die today. And that's great and that's fine, but I feel like she truly survived and lived towards the end. Like she wasn't afraid to actually live her life instead of just kind of going along with things. Xaden was fantastic. I love him. Where do I find one? I understand the hurt at the end, but also girl, no. There were a couple of side characters that really also kind of stole the show for me. Like, I enjoyed them. I would like to talk about Terran, who is Violet's dragon. I wasn't prepared for the dragons to actually have personalities, and this one was fantastic. I love him. I love the little gold one too, but I don't know how to pronounce that name to save my life. It's like a cute little one that you kind of want to hold, squeeze. I got all the vibes from this book. And now I'm a little nervous of a book hangover. We'll see how long it's going to take for me to read my next book. If you're not sure if you should read this book, just because you're maybe scared because it's so hyped up and everything, I think you need to go into it and kind of push aside the hype. You need to be able to form like your own consensus on this. Because I feel like with any book, if you go in expecting the best of the best of the best, you're going to be let down. You just have to think it in your mind as not what the book needs to live up to, but, oh, this many people enjoyed it, maybe I should give it a try. Do it. Do it. Read it. Oh my god, it's so good. I loved every second of it, and definitely took me on a journey. I'm very excited for the next book to come out. If you made it this far, and I don't know how well this video will come together, we will see how this ends up, but if you made it through it, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. If you've read this before, comment down, let me know, but try not to spoil anything for anyone else that might watch this video and be interested in reading it. I don't want to spoil anything for anyone. And with that being said, I will see you all in the next video. See you guys.